house, no lorries coming in. Trust me, you're not be mad.
This is the final step now. And if you don't move, then you will be arrested for blocking the highway.
Blocking the highway?
Yeah.
Right, blocking the highway. Is that Trade Union Act?
No, blocking the highway.
Yeah. The quality of the video. Yeah, it will actually be 4K when it's on the screen.
They just done step 1 straight to step 2 on us.
Right, what they've done now?
Right, if we don't move, then they're going to start arresting people.
Under what?
They start arresting soon.
Yeah,
Is this the last step then?
he says.
Under which section of which act?
Rainbow!
But you're obstructing the highway. So
He's
you're trying to get past us. You're obstructing the highway.
We're obstructing the highway. We're on no step at all. There is no step. Stop scaremongering people.
No one's scared of
Yeah,
me.
you
I'm
are.
telling you what
Well,
the
leave us
repercussions
alone
of your
then.
actions are.
Leave us
I'm telling you
alone
what
then,
the
yeah? We've
repercussions
told you what
are.
we're doing.
You're committing
You've asked
offence.
us a million times.
You are committing
Do what? We've
offence.
got
another hour at
right,
this
so are you
side.
going to go in there, right? Are you going to go in there and arrest them for all? See this lady here? See this lady here? Got sprayed in the face with an illegal substance. Did you do anything about it?
I wasn't here, I didn't know anything about
Did the
that.
police, did they just, no, they didn't. They said they hadn't got enough evidence. Yet the blue coat stopped the lorry driver. When he came out, he stopped the lorry driver and spoke to him. Am I right, Deb? Both me and you made statements. Look, we've been run at with lorries and been called all the names under the sun, spat in my face. I've had spit in my face. Slow down the video, you can see the spit leave the lorry driver's face and it mouth and hit me in the face. Yet you did nothing. And yet you come over here and you talk to us people who live in this community, right? And you talk to us like idiots. I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate that. Well, stop playing. Just stop. No, I'm not going to. Standing over there, right, is going to achieve. I am not here to achieve nothing. I am here so that my grandkids are not constantly sick, not constantly having no sleep, and not constantly missing school and their education because they are sick, because those people put illegal toxic waste in there. And I don't care what you say or even what you do, because I am going to stay here and I am going to stay and stay and stay, and I don't intend it anymore.
You could go over there now.
No, we won't.
Committing offences.
That's what we've done about it. Don't even get it out.
Do what we need to do. Don't wind us up, but shut up.
So we're blocking the highway for the bit.
Excuse me, is this private property or is this a public highway?
It's a public highway.
So doesn't the public highway start where your road starts there?
You're blocking the public highway because the lorries that are on the public highway that want to get into here cannot get into here.
There's a diversion route available for them, so there's no blockage.
If the lorry was going past an
Yeah.
accident, it would have to go another way round, right?
No,
the highway.
they're not blocking a public highway, they're blocking an entrance to a private property. Agreed?
Part of the highway.
No, it's not. The public highway starts where the tarmac changes. Could I just say, if a vehicle was untaxed just here, would you get involved?
Which asked the DVLA to.
Well, if it was on the public highway, would you get involved?
Yes.
So, but if it's on
Highway.
so this is not a public highway because you would not get involved if a vehicle was untaxed or not MOT'd. Agreed?
This is part of the highway.
No. The public highway starts where your tarmac changes. This is private property. There is a civil matter between Walleys Quarry Limited and the protesters. You've got no powers.
I've got powers.
Not under blockage of a public highway, you've not.
Still sitting for another hour.
Is there anything we can reasonably do to ask
Excuse me? If you continue to spray water, there'll be a civil claim for damages. Don't spray water on the protesters. Understood? I'm communicating with the gentleman. I'm giving him his warning.
On private property.
Yeah, which is a civil matter.
Yeah, but you're actually harassing him and stopping him doing his job, so it becomes an aggravated trespass.
As well.
Listen,
So,
I'm giving him his
just
warning.
step
Okay.
off. You don't need to give
Yes, it is.
place.
He's doing this.
Excuse me.
Officer.
He doesn't want me to put a civil claim in for damages on my coat, right? So if he does it again, he'll get a civil claim. I have to warn the person before I put the claim in. And not my.
I'm telling you, if you go onto there again with that kind of demeanour, that kind of aggressive behaviour, I will arrest you for breach of the peace.
Yeah, and I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so real. So understand and don't do it again.
If I do it again, I know what my punishment's going to be,
Absolutely. So you know now, don't you?
don't I? Anything further to say on that matter?
No, I've told you. There's nothing further to say. You'll have it on record so you can listen to it again.
You got anything further to say on taking my drone up again once I put a new battery in?
I've told you what the legislation says. I'll leave it with you. It's on record, so if you need to listen to it again, you can play it back to yourself,
Do you want me to show you the legislation relating to that drone to tell you that?
Do you want me to show you the legislation?
Yeah, yes, please.
Okay.
People are not just going to believe everything you say, so things have to be followed up with facts. Go on then.
You look at the item of legislation, Article 265 of the Air Navigation Order. The person in charge of a small unmanned surveillance aircraft must not fly the aircraft in any of the described circumstances. The circumstances are in paragraph 2. Over or within 150 metres of any congested area, which this is. You made a point about over an open space with 1,000 people. That's a separate point. Over or within 150 metres of an organised open air assembly of more than 1,000 persons. So you're committing an offence by flying it over a congested area. So I'll leave it with you.
I'll show you. Are you willing to see my?
No, I've told you. I've given you the information. It's up to you whether you choose to act on it or not. Now I'm telling you, you can record me. It's on record. If I'm wrong.
Why have you not got a body cam anyway?
Because of PLT, we don't wear body cams.
What rank are you?
I'm a PC.
Right.
I don't need to wear my body cam because I'm here to talk to you and engage.
I thought it was a forced policy to have.
No, not for PLT.
Right. Okay.
No, because
We're
we're
here
here
to
to talk to
engage with
people.
people.
Yeah, that might put them off.
Yeah, when we have a camera, people won't engage. 'Cause
Makes
they
sense.
Record, yeah, so we don't tend not to wear them.
But would you agree that? Oh, they've stopped now.
Listen, how many bobbies don't like speaking to you because you've got a camera? Probably quite a lot. Is that fair to say?
That's your opinion, but I don't see a reason why they would not like
I'm
it.
telling you not to, but I'm saying it unnerves people, so that's why we don't wear them, as my colleagues say. Because I prefer just to have a conversation with you and try and engage with you. That's what I think.
But then I thought, are you from Staffordshire Police?
Yes.
I thought it was Staffordshire Police policy that body worn video must be worn.
Yes.
Must.
As a uniformed bobby in your execution of duty,
Have a look around. Everyone in the yellow jackets, their body worn video.
Yeah, so you can appreciate it's the first time I've seen you without them, that's all. That's all I'm saying.
And we've explained why.
Yeah, I've got no problem with it.
No, if it just kept coming backwards and forwards and that, just I guess.
well, I think you're probably right, but the problem is...
He's trying to agitate us and he's working.
The problem is we're going to struggle to enforce anything because they're on, private property, and that's part of our day-to-day, work.
Yeah, but that's the first time he's done that, coming backwards and forwards.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
done it just to piss
Yes,
us off.
I get that, but obviously from a law point of view, we are struggling with it.
Well, he's had his warning. He has not come front-facing since. And if he does, he'll have a civil claim for damages on our clothing.
Yeah.
Because that chemical that he's spraying there is not just water.
Stink.
Yeah, I agree with you. There's only one reason he's doing it.
Yeah, but
from a law perspective.
Nobody's told him. Nobody's warned him yet, apart from me, which they objected to. Did you hear them?
Well, I explained why I objected to it.
Yeah, I never said you didn't. But what I'm saying is, why was it left to a member of the public to warn him that a civil claim could be pursued if he continues to cause damages to our coats?
We don't deal with civil claims anyway.
Then don't obstruct my lawful duty.
There's ways and means of doing it though, isn't there?
His engine was running, I had to shout. You classed it as being aggressive, I classed it as being assertive.
Okay.
The only rule we've got, we do not go past the gates.
Yeah.
Right, because I'm new on scene, I can go past, and I'm asked to leave, then I leave. So, and if I go on again, I've trespassed, yeah?
No.
So that's it.
Yeah.
We don't want to go aggravated trespass. We don't want to do the Vagrancy Act and climb over the gates if it's in enclosed premises. We don't want to do nothing like that. We want to play within the boundaries of the law. Yeah, and that's what these are doing. They've got a right to do this, and they've got a good cause. Everybody around this area will support them. So there's going to be no breach of the peace because nobody's going to object.
Smashing. That's all we want.
But hopefully their message gets through. I mean, would you like to live this? We've had that discussion. Nobody would like to live that close.
just because we're wearing this uniform doesn't mean we can't smell it. You know, I'm not going to insult anyone's, you know, intelligence.
Now, he is a police liaison. Can I just open this label?
Oh, yeah.
So, you know what I'm going to say, don't you? He's a police liaison,
Why is mine zipped up?
and he's wearing a body-worn video camera.
It's in his discretion. We don't have to wear one.
It's on, it's off, isn't it? I can wear one, but it's off, isn't it?
Would you agree?
You will see it on when it flashes red.
Would you agree that Staffordshire have a policy-wide force where all officers must wear it?
I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to comment.
Why would you not comment? Just because it incriminates you?
It doesn't incriminate me. Bodycam is part of my PPE.
I like it.
It is nice.
I like it. Why aren't they wearing one?
That's their choice. It's their discretion.
It's not a choice matter. It's a policy.
If it's a policy, then he'd be wearing one, wouldn't he?
It's either policy to or policy not to. Would you agree that
It's an officer's discretion.
by wearing it, you might put people off liaising?
If it was on, yes. While wearing it, I can explain to you, if it's flashing red, it means it's on.
What else you got? You got Parva in there.
I have
Is it,
power,
what's in this one?
torch, handcuffs, key. Most important thing, you lose this, you're not opening the handcuffs.
Does this key work for your cuffs?
It does.
Does your key work for everyone's cuffs?
It does indeed. The same universal key.
Yeah. Can we finish our discussion then about this? I just want to show you, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'm just having a chat, mate.
Yeah, just get me when you're ready, yeah?
I'll speak to you in a bit.
Excuse me, or
What's your devil numbers? You got 4 6s.
What did you go?
The devil. Surely no, someone's called you the devil before because of the 666.
Devil numbers.
I like it. Do you know if you wanted to get that changed, could you? For like, if it conflicts with anything you believe in?
I'm not too sure. Never inquired. Never asked. So.
It's not a good number to
I
have.
like it. It's easy to
Do you like it?
I remember it. I remember it.
What station are you based at?
Burzum.
Burzum?
Yeah, Burzum police station. Not far, Burzum.
I'm not from round here. What's it called?
If we don't move soon, mate, there'll be van loads coming from Stafford
Stoke North.
and everywhere, mate.
Stoke North.
From everywhere.
Where have you travelled from?
Leicestershire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
Well, it's over there. That's how bad it is.
no,
All the way in Leicester. Do you do a lot of those, you know, I forgot what they call it, auditors?
audits. Yeah,
Is that what
yeah.
you
That's
do?
me. That's me. Yeah.
What's your channel called?
We don't tell the police. It's definitely a good cause you're fighting. It stinks. It's horrible.
It smells better here than what it does at our house.
Better here.
I'm not picking it out.
blows it on, doesn't it?
We live in an open place. We've only got one street.
Right.
We haven't got nothing else yet. We've got the Woodfield side.
Right.
It's all open. The gas is ridiculous.
Right.
Aren't you local then?
No, from Leicester.
Oh, right.
So I got tipped off that this is something that is important to a lot of people.
Oh, it's bad.
So, and I knew the police would be here.
How are you? When you meet him?
No, I knew the last war
Yeah, yeah.
she'd come,
Oh, yeah.
and I got on with him more.
Yeah. Yeah, but he seems really nice, doesn't he?
Because my cousin used to be a policeman.
Oh, did he? Well, for handling.
He was in Stafford,
Yeah.
handling Newcastle.
Oh, right.
He was chief constable.
Right,
Where do you come?
okay. We're based at Handling. Yeah.
Newcastle.
Yeah, we cover everywhere now, don't we? Handling, Newcastle,
Do you want to get out your zip?
we cover everywhere, yeah. So you staying here now till 12?
Oh, might be one now.
Right.
Because I've got a busy day tonight.
So it's really good to see how the police are engaging with the protesters, you know, staying on their side. I mean, this is a particular subject that even the police understand, you know. Anybody living nearby this smell surely would support this. So there is a recent BBC News article dated the 3rd of February where it says hazardous waste illegally dumped at landfill. An MP has alleged rat poison and other hazardous waste has been illegally dumped at a landfill site. Aaron Bell made the claims about Walleys Quarry in Staffordshire during a debate at Westminster Hall. Using parliamentary privilege, the MP for Newcastle-under-Lyme said a whistleblower had made the claims to the Guardian newspaper. The landfill's operator, Walleys Quarry Limited, said it unequivocally refutes the allegations. They were made on Tuesday in a debate led by Mr. Bell on criminality within the waste industry. Quoting from her piece, Mr. Bell said a whistleblower shared emails which appeared to show hazardous waste material had been routinely dumped at Walleys Quarry to save the company money. The material included rat poison, arsenic and zinc. The MP said, in light of these revelations, I must ask that the operator's permit be suspended while the allegations are fully investigated. Walleys Quarry Limited say they have never received or disposed of hazardous waste in contravention of any regulations and will strenuously defend itself against any allegations that it has.
Section 241. There's 8 lorries there. And Section 241. I know that you don't agree with what they are doing. But we're trying to get somewhere. The police are doing our bit, the Environment Agency are doing their bit, and by prevention, but they probably can't behind there.
What did he just say?
He's asked a question. He's asked a question.
What was the question? I missed it.
I don't know, but my colleague's dealing with it.
What was the question?
Look at the grin on your face. What you laughing? What are you laughing for?
What was his question? We missed it.
Wow.
What was his question?
I don't know what he's saying.
Does he want to get out? Because he can get out, surely. Can't it? Oh, right, okay.
No,
right,
stay there.
okay.
Shouldn't have gone in the first place, should they?
I didn't know what his problem was.
No, shouldn't have gone in the See, this is what happens though. These can do whatever they want to us, and it's acceptable. And these just go.
And when I asked the sweeper just to stop spraying us,
mate, honestly, I cannot tell you the stuff that has gone on down here with us.
Why is it always one-sided?
I've been spat at
by these
on video.
No way.
I have been sprayed. Me and the old lady Deb have been sprayed in the face with air freshener, and then when the blue coats pulled the lorry coming back out, it stunk of weed, so that was obviously why he got the air freshener.
Did they do it about that?
Took his name and address and nothing else was done. We both went to the police station.
Disgusting.
We've been ran at with lorries, we've been called all names under the sun, and they just keep saying to us, we're out of order, we're the ones that get arrested. And it's pathetic, it's great, you know.
It really is, because you're on private land, it's between them and you.
us.
Yeah. And if they want to get an eviction or like they do with the travellers, then they need to instruct the bailiffs to forcibly remove it.
They tried to get a restraining order on me yesterday in court, and he got thrown out. The judge literally laughed and said, this lady has a right to peaceful protest, and threw it out. So it's just outrageous.
They need to open another entrance if they want to resolve the matter.
Like that's what they do now, they stand there, like the big boys that they think they are. Yeah, no, yeah.
On the bed island instruction, there's a police station. It's crazy, boss. It's crazy wages.
Tell us you're doing the wrong thing to them when you stand there grinning at people.
You're just being, once again, intimidating. Why don't you take away my freedom rights? Leave us alone. You are. Once again.
This is what they do, they keep on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And on.
You are. You don't do this in the morning, do you?
No.
You're 2 in the morning, James, are you? You haven't been reading at all. Read one place. No, man. No, it's 2 hours. He said no. I don't know.
there anything I can say or reasonably do to ask you to move?
We've been there before. We've been down this route before, haven't we?
I'm leaving it then.
Once again, staff the police force are trying to threaten and intimidate us. You are trying to threaten us with the Trades Union Act 241 and also blocking the highway.
Breach of the peace.
Right, no, breach of the peace isn't here, it's a peaceful protest.
Well, we're verging on it at the
This is a peaceful protest.
We're verging on a breach of the peace.
Why? Who's breach?
Well, because we've got drivers antagonised, we've got protesters antagonised.
By who? By yourself?
Well, it's not, is
Why,
it?
it's a protest. Do you know you wear the Ziegler ruling?
I'm aware of it, yes.
Right, well, the ruling says that we have the right under Article 10 and Article 11 of the Human Rights Act.
No one's denied that.
Well, you are.
I'm not, because I'm saying to you.
Because you're saying
if you
got to
protest
move. Yeah, well, that's denying my rights.
It's not denying your human rights. I'm allowing you to protest.
You are not allowing me to protest.
I'm asking you to protest 5 yards to the right, 5 yards to the left.
Guys, you know, like you've asked him to stop, so leave him then, just leave him then, because you stood there, you winded him up even more.
Do you know, a company of this size shouldn't be relying on one entrance point. There's many reasons why. Fire regulations is another one. They need to have an emergency exit in case this one is blocked. So why are they not using it?
I don't know, that'd be a matter for health and safety, wouldn't it?
Well, if they've got another exit, they're antagonising the protesters by insisting on using this exit. So politely, would you please ask them to use their other exit?
No, I'm not at the minute, no.
Well, every time I'm offering you solutions.
Yeah, but every time I've been here, this has been the entrance and exit.
It can't be the only one.
Well,
and in fact,
my knowledge it is. Well, I'll pass that up to my superiors.
I'll do it now.
Well, I'll pass it up to my superiors and they can discuss it.
It's logical, isn't it? If they're choosing to use this, they might be playing games.
Okay. You all know this will be an unlawful arrest if you come and arrest me again. It will be an unlawful arrest. It will be an unlawful arrest once again.
Previously, I've got no control over it.
This will be an unlawful arrest once
What
again.
we're dealing with today.
Today is the same as what it was last year, when you arrested me last year.
I can only
the
deal
same
with today.
states.
I can only deal with today.
But
if the courts decide,
would an arrest be in the public interest? Would it be in the public interest?
But that's where we are. We've done the group appeal.
We know where we are.
We've done the individual.
It's like, why is
So that's where we are.
Would an arrest be in the public interest today?
Yes.
That would be a waste of taxpayers' money.
That's you've got your personal views on it. This, we are now looking at an offence, aren't we? This.
Right, these people could...
The law allows a peaceful protest, that we can facilitate that all day long. This is now unlawful.
This is a civil matter and it's not criminal at this stage. These could use the other entrance. They have got one for fire regulations, they need one.
Officer Taylor. Officer Taylor.
Hello.
Right.
One set of ears. One set of ears.
One set
I
of
can only
ears.
listen to one of you. Bear with
One
me.
set of ears.
Yeah.
The Ziegler ruling. 19th of June 2022 gave us the right under Article 10, Article 11, the freedom of expression and the freedom of assembly.
Yes.
That gave us that right.
Yes.
So what you're going to do now is an unlawful arrest.
No.
Yes, it is. We've been caught before on it.
Yeah. Human rights.
Right? And you got defeated then. So you're now willing to use taxpayers' money again. You took the oath to protect the Queen and its citizens. As a citizen of this country, I need protection from red industry. Each morning, you do not protect me. Each day, you do not protect me. Today, you're going to protect red industries once again. So don't tell me which side you're on.
Exactly, I'm not on anybody's side.
You are red industry side.
No, we
you are
aren't.
now denying my human rights.
No, we're not. We aren't. We're completely impartial.
Under the Ziegler ruling, which is a Supreme Court judgment.
And we are trying
which is a Supreme
our
Court
best
judgment.
in what is a very sensitive
Which
situation.
is a Supreme Court judgment.
Them human rights you're discussing though, were in place
Excuse
a
me,
long time.
excuse me, this is a Supreme Court ruling.
They were in place a long
This
time
is a
before the Ziegler ruling.
Yes, the Ziegler ruling overruled them, my friends. If you go to your law, which you should know, the Ziegler ruling overrules them because it's a Supreme Court ruling.
We're not denying anyone.
Right, yes you are. Once again, if you want folk arrest, once again in the law. Exactly.
No, and this has got to stop. And why are so many police people bothering us, citizens, ordinary citizens who are concerned about these children? Why aren't they investigating the organised crime and getting to the bottom of how, why and who is responsible for putting hazardous waste, toxic hazardous waste, into this tip? It is disgraceful how many police have just turned up. For why? For why? We are the ordinary citizens, taxpayers.
So as we see more and more police arrive now, it gives us an indication that they're going to be using force to remove these protesters shortly. So whether they know it or not, I'm not sure, but obviously some sort of communication is going through.
And the authorities who should be protecting local people are not doing their jobs.
So you'll notice now that the police have blocked the road off down at the bottom there.
Yeah, but they got warned. I haven't been warned. They got warned.
We're supposed to let you know, Dom.
Do you get a designer tracksuit? Do you get a designer tracksuit?
Here we go. So it's the quick warning. I don't think I can tell you.
Excuse me, 2 seconds, please.
Excuse me.
Yeah, just give me 2 seconds.
2 seconds for what?
I'll just watch you something.
Okay, what are you going to leave?
It's done now.
If you're not going to leave at the moment, then
If you don't leave, you're going to be on.
So are you going to leave? In a very quick minute. I'm not trying to intimidate you. I'm just trying to tell you that obviously...
Where's the EA? Where are the EA?
That's
what I'm
Still don't know what time
But the
I'm
moment...
telling you now, right? I'm going to go across the road, and every time a lorry comes, I'm coming back, right? Okay?
You're moving from here now.
I'm moving from here right now, so you don't,
Okay,
right? So
that's
you
fine.
have your say and I've had mine.
Okay, that's
The
fine.
minute the lorry comes up here, you let it in these gates, right? I'm coming back across.
Right.
End of. And if you're trying to arrest me, I swear to God,
Will you guys leaving?
And I'm, you know,
Then you're going to end up getting locked up. Will you leave from the entrance, please? This is fine, I will be able to end up getting arrested. Will you leave, please?
Come on, guys. I'm coming back across. No lorries coming in. Trust me, you know I'll be mad.
This is the final step now. And if you don't move, then you will be arrested for blocking the highway.
Blocking the highway?
Yeah.
Right, blocking the highway. Is that Trade Union Act?
No, blocking the highway.
Got the one recorder here. Do the guy comes in on the electric bike?
Yeah, just chained up over there. Oh, you've seen my stuff, have you?
I have seen the stuff.
Yeah.
Is your the drone over there as well?
Yeah. I'm going to take that back up shortly. I just need to check with the inspector.
Yeah, 10 minutes. Yeah, absolutely. So Eugene wants it on the road. You take the other side for me. Yeah. Just here. Just to keep this very car.
Inspector, you got 1 moment?
Yeah,
Just give me 1 minute, I'll come back to you. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Is that okay?
So because they heard that the inspector had given the orders to arrest, final warning, they have moved. Quite sensible, to be honest. Nobody wants to spend unnecessary time in the cells. The inspector's just on the comms at the minute to circulate all the information. I think they're going to open the road shortly now and get the traffic moving. And that was the guy, RTS, sweeper hire, RTS contractors. He's making unnecessary hand gestures to the protesters, also papping his horn to antagonise the protesters. Ashbrook Limited. The drivers just need to ignore the protesters and remain professional. So that guy's just waving. That driver completely ignored. That driver completely ignored.
What he said is, he said go get some breakfast.
Stop the stick! Stop the stick! Stop the stick! Stop the stick! He's carrying illegal vehicles!
That's got you on up to the crossroad, up the blockage over. Is it just a normal sequence of the traffic lights?
Now it's the crossroads by God. Money, mate! What do you think is money? Stop the car on 70 on Silverdale Road. I won't watch you running about it. Ow! Yeah, it's just a secret right.
I did say I'd come back to you, sorry.
Yeah, one of the liaison officers earlier told me that I shouldn't be flying my drone. He quoted some legislation which doesn't apply to my drone. I've got the legislation that does apply to my drone on the screen. Okay. I wanted to show somebody with authority before I take it back up. It's there.
I'm going to be honest with you, drone legislation I'm not an expert with.
Right.
I'm aware there's a number of pieces of legislation under the Civil Aviation Act.
Yeah, that's the website I'm on now. Yeah. So I'm on the Civil Aviation Authority website, and where it says here, the rule on minimum distances to people is different when flying drones that are below 250. If you're flying a drone that's lighter than 250, you can fly closer to people, and that's what his concern was. So I'm taking my drone up now. I do not want to get arrested because I spoke to yourself. Right. So the level of support that these protesters have got locally is just clear to see from all the papping that's going on. Every vehicle that goes by with a pap is just so happy to see that the protesters are spending their time fighting for this cause. So as you'll see over there, look, the drone is firmly in the air. It quoted legislation which did not apply to my class of drone. As you know, we know what we're talking about with drone legislation. I just checked with the inspector who's standing over there. He was giving some orders about, right, we need to end this now. We need to threaten them with arrest. And when the protesters heard that threat of arrest, they decided, right, enough's enough. We've made our point. We did see the local news reporter down here. And we've obviously got myself and many other people that are taking video footage, so they're doing a great job. So I'll bring the drone in before we wrap this one up. So the Environment Agency have just arrived and the inspector's been onto the comms. We've got loads of police coming down here, look. But surely the Environment Agency arriving is a good sign, because they are the regulator on this site. What do they call an inspector that's actually on scene giving sort of the directions? Is that like the commander?
No, the commander's further up, so there's a chain structure.
Right.
So the inspector's like your man on the floor, as to say.
So
there's probably 2 or 3 people above him that'll relay everything down.
So would they also be inspector rank?
Yeah, inspector or chief inspector, or even higher than that.
So is there always at one time at least one inspector and one chief inspector on duty?
Usually, yes.
But the chief constable is obviously shift. He's not always on duty, is he?
No, he'll be to some sort of shift pattern. Yeah, the chief constable. I don't know where he is today. I imagine it's airport or something.
Yeah. So with the inspector being on scene, it's obviously that only happens in very high profile instances. They don't just go to any job.
No, they wouldn't just go to any job.
Yeah. So when it's like delicate and certain things have to be done correctly, you want somebody who knows what they're talking about, who's going to be responsible for those directions. Would there also be an inspector right now in the control room?
Yeah.
So at this moment in time, there's at least 2 inspectors on duty, is there?
Yes.
Do you know how many there normally is?
I couldn't tell you. There's a lot.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there's a lot that's down on at any one time.
Oh, right, okay. What, in this patch?
Yeah.
Right, okay. And your local police station is?
Hanley.
Hanley.
So to give you like an example of the same, so my normal shift I work in the response officers and does 999 calls. We tend to have 2, sometimes 3 inspectors on with us at any one time.
Right, okay.
Which obviously they can be doing different roles, so it's not necessarily to things like this here. A lot might be to do with custody, dealing with people in custody, other things in there.
Yeah.
If the specialist roles, the specialist departments and things, there might be an inspector that oversees that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think of it like a manager and a team leader in a different place.
Yeah. I have seen like marches and stuff, and when there's potential for things to go wrong very quickly, you know, you want somebody who's eyes on and not being, you're not going through comms all the time. So yeah, it's great to see, and they're just looking after their grandchildren's health, really, because we can smell it here. But why? It used to be a quarry, did it, where they extracted stone and aggregate.
So I couldn't tell you the whole history, but yeah.
So a decision was made to, rather than just leave the quarry, to fill it with waste so close to the residents. And whoever made that decision's now got to deal with the consequences, haven't they? So. But anyway.
Yeah, and we're not saying we don't agree, because we know, and we've all got noses, and we can all tell what it is.
Yeah.
We're just here to make sure everyone's got a right to protest.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. It just needs to be done in the correct way.
And there isn't no quick answer, you know. You guys are in a really difficult position. Could you say, right, just do this? We can advise you the solution, but there is no solution. It's such a long-term thing. But with them being here today, you've just saw the Environment Agency arrive. At least they're here now.
I'm on this 5,000 steps a day programme thing. Got
I'm leaving now, so I just want to say thank you very much.
Thank
and
you.
You're doing a brilliant cause.
How can I get contacted? How can I?
I've given the one with smoking the cigar. I've given him the channel, but I'm DJ Audits.
Joe.
Yeah, I'm DJ Audits on YouTube.
Seen you? I think I am actually already.
You're already subscribed? Brilliant.
I absolutely am.
Right, so yeah, it'll be on in a few days' time.
Brilliant, thank you.
So brilliant work.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah,
It's
you're
going to be
welcome.
up in a few days.
Yeah, it's going to spread nationwide. This is. It's going to spread worldwide.
I'm already.
But the thing is, right? The thing is, what do you want the viewers to do? Like, is there any
Get
link?
them up here and protest with us.
Is there any link that they can, the petition or anything?
Stop the stink, fighting for our community.
Stop the stink, fighting. Okay.
It's our Facebook page.
So if I put a link to that group,
Yeah.
then they can join and support that way.
Yes, and then they can come up and help us.
Thanks.
Get up and help us. But
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Awesome work, ladies.
Yes, thank you.
So there you go. We've even got a round of applause as we walk away. So that's it from Walleys Quarry. We saw a lot happening there. I'm going to try and make this video as short as I can, so it's actually watchable. But yeah, if you have enjoyed that one, guys, give it a thumbs up for me, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.